Okay, I'm outside the front of 857 Hemlock in Euclid as we begin the exterior walk through the property of what is really overall a really solid property. The roof itself, I'd say, is perhaps maybe 10 years old. It's in good condition. It should have at least that amount of time left in it, if not a little longer. The gutters appear to be newer as well. We'll look here at the side of the house. The windows are newer vinyl replacement windows, which are in good shape. There are a few problematic windows at the sunroom on the back of the house. And you'll see here there's been some improvements, like PVC plastic downspout tines have been added over the years. The concrete overall is in good shape. You'll see there has been some sort of leveling repairs made to a few areas that have settled. The most pronounced is over here at this corner of the walkway. No immediate concerns there, but it is at least a marginal item, as you'll see noted in the report there. The home also has some nicer electrical upgrades which have been done. You'll see the service entry here is the original 3-wire service, however. So that usually denotes 60 amps, which is a little under modern current living standards of 100 amps. So we do recommend upgrading there as well. However, the panel and wiring of the home have been nicely upgraded. Look at the backyard here. You'll see the soil does pitch towards the home a little bit, and it has created a little bit of moisture issues inside the sunroom. Nothing critical though, and the home itself has not been affected by that. Quick pan at the back of the house here. However, it is too cold. It's actually beginning to snow right now, which is not uncommon for our area of Cleveland this time of year. But I say that because it's a little bit too cold to run the AC unit. However, it looks like it's in good shape. It's 2005, as is the furnace. So I do minimally, the best we could do is just inquire with the seller to ensure that was working over the summer. Then you see the downspout tie-ins here on the back of the house are the original clay, and this one is damaged, which if there is a point of sale inspection, it's likely to come up. But you can see here there's some gaps at the weather cap here, and the sill on these windows is rotten. It's a little bit easier to see over on this side, but again, it's just the sunroom. It would be much a larger problem if it was the main windows of the home. But you know, at this point, you can see the wood here is so soft that it is beyond repair and needs to be replaced. And again, just a little minor settlement here of the concrete. Nothing overly alarming, however. So really, the brick too is in good shape. You'll see in the report there's a few just general tuck pointing needs, like here at this corner. And that just basically means these mortar joints can be kind of just touched up. Mostly not a structural concern at all, just to prevent moisture from getting behind the brick, which can cause some damage. And fences typically aren't something to look at, but however, this fence here, you can see sections are missing. And then across the yard here, you see a damaged section here as well. So I do note that in the report. All right, I'm gonna head inside and we could walk through the interior. Okay, we're inside the front door of the home. Obviously this is a slab on grade construction, so there is no basement. So we're just starting in the living room here. You'll see there is a fireplace. It's currently a gas log unit. The fireplace structurally itself is in really good shape as far as the gas unit goes. So you can see that red lever there is the gas valve that's been turned off. So I do not attempt to ignite those. And then from a liability standpoint, you might want to think about either removing that unit or providing some special instructions to the tenant. And of course, with a natural gas unit, there's always the risk of carbon monoxide. So as you'll see in the report, the home does need some updates to detectors. I'm just going to kind of head this way, give you an example of the vinyl sliding windows. They're all in really good shape. Newer windows. They appear to be about 10 years old, so they may have gone on when the roof went on. Typically, people do that together. This utility area. I'm going to head out to the garage first. You'll see there's a lot of kind of smaller items, easily correctable, but this should be a fire-rated door. Right now it's just a hollow interior wood door. When the garage is attached, it should be connected. Look at the garage here. I have my ladder here because they have chiseled out a lot of the structural brick of the chimney to allow for the garage door track to be installed. There's no immediate issues with it. It wasn't ideal that they did do it, but the most important thing is the clay terracotta chimney liner here is still intact, so that's going to allow for those combustion fumes from that fireplace we saw to be vented from the home fully. The furnace and water heater are vented separately through their own flues, so that's not an issue there either, which is good. Some minor settling of the slab, which is kind of typical for this method of construction. I would just recommend sealing these cracks. You'll see that in the report. But overall, the electrical upgrades have been nicely done. You can see the garage does have ground fault protection at its outlets. Everything's in really nice, rigid steel conduit, which is nice. So we're going to head here where the electrical panel is, again with the upgrades. And as you'll see when we go in the attic, there's been a lot of newer wiring added and done well. There's some smaller electrical excuse me, issues up there, but the service and main panel have been upgraded. And the majority of the knob and tube, which is the original wiring, kind of an antiquated system, has been updated. There still is a few circuits that have that, but it's very minimal in the house, which is always a positive thing. And the water heater you'll see here in the report, it's on the older side. It's 17 years old and it has started to fail. You can see some staining here, that's active water leaking, kind of rusty, corroded water. And again, you can see these fittings on the top of the tank here. There's standing water, so this tank needs to be replaced. It's beginning to fail. Walk back through the dining room to the kitchen area. Overall, it's in really nice shape. And I should say the property itself is in really good condition. Nice cabinets. Does have a washing machine. The stove would not fully heat, so it appears there is an issue there. It would not preheat, but does have a microwave. The disposal too, you'll see in the report, the garbage disposal is not functional. And then there's some smaller plumbing items like this fixture is very loose. You'll see here in the report, and as you saw in the exterior video, there's some issues with the windows on this sunroom. Looks like some moisture has been coming in here over the years, mostly just due to the soil grading of the backyard. But I did take moisture meter readings there, and they were minimal. So it's something I think that can be managed fairly easily. And there was, at one point, heat provided to this space by this electric baseboard heating unit here. However, that did not work, so it looks like that would probably most likely need to be replaced if you didn't want to restore heat to this area. There's no reason to do it, however. So you could just either leave that alone or pull it away. Now we're going to head down the hallway to the bedrooms. First door on the left here is actually the bathroom though. Sorry, I'm messing with the thermostat as I'm going. You can see this is all really nicely installed. Vanity, tile floors in good condition, as is the shower and tub surround. Coming to the first of the 3 bedrooms. Good sized rooms, and again, all the windows are these newer vinyl replacements, which are in good condition. There's a Jack and Jill bathroom here. Nice tile surround. I do recommend sealing the pan and tile, just so moisture does not get in there. That you'll see is in the report as well. And then really the last interior item to note before I head to the attic space is you'll see a number of these settling cracks have formed above the doorways. Really, you know, it's a slab on grade construction, and this part of Ohio has clay soil, which really can expand and contract a lot and cause a lot of these issues. But overall, the slab itself is in good shape. It's not going anywhere. So these are mostly cosmetic in nature. I mean, they are from settlement of the structure, but there is no structural concern. So I just recommend when I see this, just repairing the wallboard, as it's mostly a cosmetic issue. Alright, and as I said, I did want to show you a few things in the attic. So we'll head up that way, because the home's furnace is located on this space. So straight ahead you see the furnace there, some of the duct work, and I did want the yellow and orange wiring here is newer wirings that have been added, and you can see it's all housed in nice conduit. Now there are, as you'll see in the report, several junction boxes like that one straight ahead, a number of them sort of within the insulation that are open, and you know, it's a potential safety risk, so we do recommend that those are corrected. And really that's it. Like I said, overall a very solid property. I always find a number of items. These are nothing really too severe or uncommon. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you for the business.